everyone, this is Mark again. I'm just continuing our reading of the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Again, you can follow me on Instagram at IamRecoveryMan if you want to continue the conversation. This is the foreword to the third edition. It says, by March 1976, when this edition went to the printer, the total worldwide membership of Alcoholics Anonymous was conservatively estimated at more than 1 million, with almost 28,000 groups meeting in over 90 countries. And we go down to the footnote at the bottom, and it says actually in 2018 there are approximately 120,300 groups with Alcoholics Anonymous in more than 180 countries. In 2014, 1/3 of all members were women, and about 1/12 were 30 and under. So we're attracting, of course, younger members and also more women into the fellowship than we did in the early days. Surveys of groups in the United States and Canada indicate that Alcoholics Anonymous is reaching out not only to more and more people, but to a wider and wider range. Women now make up more than 1/4 of the membership. Among newer members, the proportion is nearly 1/3. 7% of AAs surveyed are less than 30 years of age. Among them, many are in their teens. The basic principles of the AA program, which are the 12 steps, it appears hold good for individuals with many different lifestyles, just as the program has brought recovery to those of many different nationalities. The 12 steps that summarize the program may be called Los 12 Pasos in one country. I can't say French, Les 2 Étapes in another, but they trace exactly the same path to recovery that was blazed by the earliest members of Alcoholics Anonymous. In spite of the great increase in size and span of this fellowship, at its core it remains simple and personal. Each day, somewhere in the world, recovery begins with one alcoholic talks to another alcoholic, sharing experience, strength, and hope. Just the takeaway for me here is that last sentence right here, where it says they trace the exact same path of recovery that was blazed as by the earliest members of AA, by the first 100 men and women who recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. We trace the same path as them, and we can have some recovery too. And one alcoholic sharing his or her experience with the 12 steps, strength and reliance on a higher power, and hope, which is the message of recovery. All right, so we should just go ahead and read the foreword to the fourth edition as well, since it's only about a little over a page. And here a key takeaway is that literature really preserves the integrity of the program. So the fourth edition of Alcoholics Anonymous came off the press in November 2001 at the start of a new millennium. Since the third was published in 1976, worldwide membership of AA has just about doubled to an estimated 2 million or more, with nearly 100,800 groups meeting in approximately 150 countries around the world. Literature has played a major role in AA's growth, and a striking phenomenon of the past quarter century has been the explosion of translations of our basic literature into many dialects. In country after country where the AA seed was planted, it has taken root, slowly at first, then growing by leaps and bounds when literature has become available. Currently, Alcoholics Anonymous has been translated into 43 languages. As the message of recovery has reached larger numbers of people, it has also touched the lives of a vastly greater variety of suffering alcoholics. When the phrase, "we are people who normally would not mix," page 17 of this book, was written in 1939, it referred to a fellowship composed largely of men and a few women, with quite similar social, ethic, and economic backgrounds. Like so many of AA's basic texts, those words have proved to be far more visionary than the founding members could have ever imagined. The stories added to this edition represent a membership whose characteristics of age, gender, race, and culture have widened and have deepened to encompass virtually everyone the first 100 members could have hoped to reach. While our literature has preserved the integrity of the AA message, sweeping changes in society as a whole are reflected in new customs and practices within the fellowship. Taking advantage of technological advances, for example, AA members with computers can participate in meetings online, sharing with fellow alcoholics across the country or around the world. In any meeting, anywhere, AAs share experience, strength, and hope with each other in order to stay sober and help other alcoholics. Modem to modem or face to face, AAs speak the language of the heart in all its power and simplicity. And I think anyone, this is, I'm reading this today, September 17th of 2020. We're still in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. And a lot of us are still fellowshipping via Zoom online. Now, in my opinion, that's never the same as an in-person meeting, but I'm grateful for the technology that we can still do that. So, all right, that was the 3rd and 4th edition. As always, if you have questions or comments, you can shoot those to me just in the comment box of this video or on Instagram at IamRecoveryMan. Have a good one.